Farewell, Lagertha, Queen of Kattegat, Mother of Norway. May the gods love and keep you. May your reunion with Ragnar be joyful, nice, filled with love.
Farewell, Lagertha, my shield, my hero. One day we shall meet again in the halls of the Aesir, and you will teach me once more how to fight as a woman and how to prevail.
I love you. I know you will look after my boys, Hallie and Guthrum. There will be so much for you to do. But don't forget that. Hallie is always hungry. I must live in the world without you. And wherever I go, you will go with me. And give me courage and hope.
Goodbye, Grandmother. Don't worry. The Valkyries will rise alongside and guide you to Valhalla.
I'm trying so hard not to cry. Oh, is he there?
What is it? The world has changed. I think I know. But I don't want to know.
Oh. Wait, we need to say goodbye.
Björn, you don't need to tell me, but I already know. My mother is dead. I hoped the day would never come. When I had to bid you farewell. You were always my strength, my guide. You told me to go on no matter what. You taught me not to be afraid. And now I see that, like me, the earth itself is unwilling to let you go, but the gods call you home. They eagerly await your arrival in Valhalla. Yes, that's my father. I wish I could be there. At your reunion, secretly, in Odin's glittering gold, shielded hall, surrounded by all the gods. You are already a legend. The greatest shield maiden of all time. But to me, you will always be my mother. Who bore me. Who raised me. I cannot protect you in life, but I can punish your murderer after it.
Oh, shit.
Farewell. I have loved you more than I have loved any other. Farewell, Lagertha. I love you. I will miss you. I will avenge you.
Jesus.
Shalom entre Lagertha. Shieri. Shalom. Leni. Fanrungi Shiri. Shalom entre Lagertha. Leni. Fanru. Shieri. 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 Shieri.
It's like she's ascending.
Well,
It's beautiful imagery, guys. Yeah, the Valkyries. She's back at the beginning, like season 1. Like she's wearing the same
dreams.
type of robe.
Together.
Oh god. Yeah. Oh gosh. Who said that he wanted to go back to the farm? Damn it. I was not expecting that.
sorry for the cry fest.
But yeah, her soul got received by the Valkyries, and we saw her going through her last moment, to when she was a Valkyrie in her prime, to at the beginning when she was just a farmer, basically.
Yeah, the costumes changes. Yeah, the visuals
Right,
were
because
so good. This is a funeral done right.
I was not expecting. Well,
And you see, they loved her in the show. The character, they really loved her. They gave her a send off that's better than anyone else's send off we have. so far. She's been here since day one, so I mean, it's like, we knew we were gonna cry this episode, but like, oh, it got so hard at one point. I was trying really hard because the episode wasn't over, and I was like, I don't want to start like bawling. But it got real hard. Oh god. I love that Björn came, you know, I love that he was there just in time.
I'm glad that he was there.
Yeah.
That he had the time to say sorry to his mom.
Very good
And
performance too.
It's so sad because when you think about it, after everything that his family went through, like the betrayal of Ragnar with his mom when he went with Aslog, and when she left, he decided to go with her because he was so pissed at his dad.
Yeah. Well, yes,
He's sick with his mom, and technically his mom is the only person who never betrayed him. who always stood by his side, who always...
she was there from the beginning with him. Even Ragnar,
encouraged him to do bigger things, you know?
Ragnar spent years away from him, and then he left for 15 other years.
10 years.
So, well,
10 years.
She's been there the whole time, like, maybe not with him, but, like, her periods of absence were not as big, and it wasn't, you know, because they didn't like each other or anything, or he was mad, and it was never about that. And, I mean, it's his mom, you know?
Damn it.
So,
I really like the fact that for Ragnar, he received a vision of Odin telling him that he was dead, that they need to avenge their father's death.
It's a very different
But
feel.
with the death of his mom, he felt it in his guts, you know? Like, he felt kind of what she went through, and he knew that something was wrong and something bad had happened.
They felt it with Ragnar too, but I feel like it was a different way of showing, you know, because both parents had a very different impact on their kids' life.
Yeah.
He was a legend. He was a goal to you know, reach. He was a way of life to imitate in a way. You know, that's how they see it. That's what they want. And sometimes, you know, you wouldn't think like that Lagertha, she was basically put aside a lot when Ragnar was alive, but she did so much. But when you compare like a dad and a mom, that's usually like the dad is not that close to your heart, and your mom is always going to be there. Like, it's not the same emotional relationship. So it makes a lot of sense that for Ragnar, it's a vision of Odin, you know, grandeur, it's legendary, it's something huge, it's something that you don't expect, it's something that makes you feel special because the person was special, it's something that gives you fuel to keep moving. With your mom, it's completely different. Like, you've got Björn, who's like a giant, who never, you know, he's gone through some shit, but he always pushes through, he's always so strong, and to have him just cry and lose it and sit down, he sat down, which is like, I realized, but like, he's this giant of a man, like, he's 6 foot something, like, you know, he's got a presence, but then when his mom is gone, like, he sits down and he doesn't want to stand up on 2 legs anymore, like, no more strength, he just wants to be vulnerable.
You're gonna make me cry more, damn it.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm also trying not to go back to this. It always happens, guys. We are emotional, okay? We watch episodes like this and we get attached to characters and we get emotional when they die and when they...
And even more when the scenery is done so well.
Oh, like the music.
Just every detail put during the ritual was just so... giving you more punch into the guts, you know?
You know, when I was already, you know, on the verge of tears, and then when Torvi started talking, you know, on the bank of the sea, I don't know, when she started talking and music started playing, yeah, and voices and a choir of voices started, you know, singing in the back. I was like, holy shit, are they trying to kill me here? Like, choirs are my weak spot when it comes to, you know, emotional stuff like that, and flute, and sometimes even, weirdly enough, like, what's the name of it in English? Fuck, I don't remember.
Say it in French.
Un accordéon? No, une cornemuse. Bagpipe?
Bagpipe, yeah?
Yeah, that can also get me pretty bad. But choir is
Sorry.
one of those things, and voices and stuff are like, and the visuals after, you know, like, you were right, I did not pick up on the change of clothes, but she went back to Ragnar, and that's so fucking sad.
She went back to a time where she was happy and at peace. And that's the thing that I didn't say during this episode, but it is sad, but she finally found the peace that she was missing.
I mean, it's the same as Ragnar, you know, both of them were tired by the end, both of them wanted, you know, to stop fighting, and in his case, it's something he could not escape because he wasn't old enough and or hurt enough for anything. Like, he was king, he kind of had to keep fighting, so that was his only escape. But for her, it was kind of like a mercy granted to her, because even though she tried to let that life go because she had the option, because of age and because of wounds and stuff, it kept catching back to her. She always had to go back fighting, because at one point, like I said it last episode, but at one point, actually I said it a few episodes ago, but she was too much to be protected by anyone else now. Like, she had done too much to be left alone. She was always going to be this legend, this protector, this person that people looked up to, this inspiration that they wanted to be like. It's not a coincidence that so many Shield Maiden wanted to, you know, go with her and stuff. She's a legend. She's done a lot. Whether you like her or not. Like, because I personally, when both of them were alive, like, I preferred Ragnar. I was following Ragnar because she used to do she would make some choices that I would, you know.
She had a phase where she was kind of consumed by the power of the power, basically.
But
when she lost it, she kind of went back to what she used to be before.
But I mean, like,
just a fighter, you know.
Even though, like, she made some questionable choices, we can never argue over the fact that she was fierce. Like, we've said it several times in the show. She was badass, she was fierce, she was strong, and she went and she endured. And she basically went through so much that a lot of people would have crumbled under that. But she pushed through and she kept fighting. And that's amazing because, first of all, she's a woman, you know? And I know it has to do with Viking culture and stuff. And Shield Maidens were a thing. And women in their culture were not pushed down like in other cultures, but we don't often see. We see it more nowadays, but we come from a generation where we didn't see female heroines that were still capable of being badass, yet at the same time being feminine, you know, at the same time not turning into male copies, you know, or too much of a stereotype, or too much of a, like, oh, this is what I imagine a badass woman is going to be like. Like, she felt genuine, she felt real, she felt authentic, and I think that's why, like, we love to watch her just battle through, because Catherine Winnick, she knows martial arts, right? Mm-hmm. So it showed during the fight choreographies and stuff. It didn't look like she learned how to fight or anything. Like, it felt real with her. Whether it was because of the performance or how the character was written, she felt strong. And we don't get often females in movies and TV shows and stuff that genuinely feel strong. I love that. I think that's why, like, we cannot argue about that when it comes to Lagertha. And I think that's why we loved her, and that's why it's so sad to see her go. Although what broke me this episode is Björn. Like, it's...
I want to say something else to that. I felt for Bjorn, but I also felt for Thorvi.
I felt for all of them.
Because when you think about it, Lagertha wasn't just a mentor for her. She was technically like a mother figure.
When did they meet? Like, that came back. Like, that's a long time ago.
Season 1, when Thorvi was
married
to another husband and was killed. She had her child. She went with Lagertha and the other.
Yeah, she took her under her wing.
She took her under her wing.
She taught her how to be strong.
Care of her first child too. She taught her how to be strong.
That's the thing. She made her into the warrior that she is now.
Yeah.
They have been together for a long time. So yeah, it's logical that she would be this affected. I'm also like, I'm glad that Uba could also find, like, I love that he gave her the respect that she deserved, because, like, it's been a long time that, you know, he's been not okay with her, but he's been leaving his adopted children with her. He's been, you know, hanging out and stuff with her. He's been social and good with her. So, but the fact that she killed his mom is still there, you know. So it could have turned ugly, but I love that he still gave her the respect that she deserved. And I don't know, like the whole thing, like even Ivar, like when the funeral happened, he
felt it.
It's like he felt it too, you know. So, and Witzek is not feeling good at all about what's going on. He's not saying anything, but I don't think it's gonna take much time before anyone figures out what happened.
By the end of the season, I'm pretty sure that he's gonna confess or somebody's gonna learn the truth.
I don't know what Bjorn is gonna do. It's not, I mean, it's not like...
He said he's gonna avenge his mother, but the killer is his own brother.
It made me cringe so bad because I'm like, same thing like when they went to him and they were like, oh, where were you? Why did you leave? Did you know Lagertha died? Like Torvi came in so angry and I'm like, guys, I know you're sad. I know you're angry, but you need to understand that even if, like, they don't know, but after they know, like, even if he killed Lagertha, you need to understand that he didn't want to do this. Like, it's not... I agree that he deserves some sort of punishment because he did kill Lagertha, but it's not his fault. Like, which is why I love what the Oracle said. Like, it was Ivar, but at the same time, it wasn't Ivar. It was Ivar because, like, it's what he did to Witzek that turned into this, and he thought it was Ivar. You know, it's not him who did this. It's the substance abuse. It's the hallucination. So he's going through his own piece of grief and guilt. I don't think he deserves or needs more. And that's what I felt from all the gang when they showed up at his bedside. Like, they were ready to, you know, do anything.
I think that at that moment, they were more focused on the fact that he was just...
He went to die. He literally went out to die.
Yeah, he went into the cold during a snowstorm.
I'm pretty sure they know. Like, I'm pretty sure they all know that it's him. It's just that they want him to admit to it.
I don't know if they know that it's him.
I
think that right now they're more focused on the fact that he's just drugged and high. And they said that Lagertha was killed, and during that time you went into the woods to die, and you were high.
Let me rephrase that.
I think that they were. Toby was angry at that. She knew that he was him who killed her, because if she knew, she would have just killed him right there.
Let me rephrase this then. I think that deep down, they feel like it's him.
You think?
Because it's not I mean, why? Like, literally, after they found Lagertha dead, they know that he went out because the girl was around to tell them. And then, suddenly, after Lagertha died, they don't know who killed her, but then Witzek decided to leave Kattegat and go die in the forest alone. And he feels like he's in a state of mind that he doesn't, you know, he doesn't want to speak or anything. And when they told him that Lagertha was dead, he just went like, I think I need to sleep, you know? It's way too obvious. So I think that if they don't want to admit it to themselves, I think that deep down they know that it's him.
3 choices. First one, they're just saying because he was drugged. Second, deep down they know that it's him. Or third, they know that he knows who did it, but he just won't say it.
At the very least, like, the secret is not gonna stay a secret really long.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bjorn is gonna kill him, but I think he could very well banish him.
Mark him?
I don't know. He could... It's complicated because the fact that it's Witzek too, he kind of had a right. And, like, I know it's not why he did it, but she killed his mom. Like,
true.
You could defend that, you know, Lagertha stayed around and they stayed around, even though she killed their mom, and like...
It's just like with the settlement in Iceland. Like, they killed the son, they killed the daughter, they killed the other son, they killed the other daughter.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
The circle of hate never ends.
Yeah, but it wasn't about a circle of hate or anything, because Witzek didn't kill her because of that.
When is it gonna end then? Witzek killed Lagertha, Bjorn killed Witzek.
No, but...
Uba killed Bjorn, you know, it never ends.
First of all, if Bjorn decided to kill Witzek, I don't think Uba would say anything. He loves his brother, but I don't think he would say anything. Maybe he would be a bit shocked, but his relationship with Witzek right now is not good, and if he learned the truth and Bjorn decided to do something about it, I don't think he would argue much. Now for Bjorn, it depends on what he does. He's still king of Kattegat. He could decide to let it go, be not think emotionally, not think with his heart, think with his head, and realize that it's not the right thing to do but at the same time, his brother is kind of dangerous. He did kill someone, because he was hallucinating. So I don't think they will keep him around, but if they do, I hope they take care of his problem and they start being, gentle with him, because he needs help. He doesn't need to be beaten and judged and accused of all this shit, even though he did it. It's too complicated, and they don't understand addiction. We've said it before.
Yeah,
we did. It's not really about a circle of hate, because Vincent didn't kill Lagertha because of Aslog. I don't think he loved his mom enough anyway to consider it, honestly. But yes, it's true that Björn could basically start something, but we will see. Like I said, if he did something, I don't think Upa would freak out enough to kill Björn.
Yeah. What did you think about the sacrifice with the slave? And it was
we've seen it before.
Destiny that her name was Gita.
No, but we've seen it before, so I'm not surprised. But it's just that it's not the first time that a tradition or a ritual in this show shocks us, in a way that we're like, we're not feeling good about this, because the idea of sacrificing animals or humans and stuff makes me feel, you know what, I don't agree. But the message behind the fact, though, is like beautiful. Like all their stories, all their religion, like what they're talking about, what they're teaching their kids and stuff, and even at the end, like the visuals were all about religion, like the Valkyries bringing her to Valhalla. That's exactly what we saw. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. I am fascinated by different cultures and by different mythologies and stuff, and just like how these stories and how these beliefs can be so deep, into people's heart, and how they can change their way of thinking.
Yeah. Because
for even though I don't agree with this way, because I wouldn't do this, obviously. No, I do. Of course not. There's always been this feeling of, wow, like this is so powerful. Like I felt it. Like whenever our parents would take us to church, like I would see, I would hear the chants, I would, listen to the words. Not just then. When we were in high school, we were in a special program that basically aimed at opening our horizons of our way of thinking. Mm-hmm. So every year they would take us to Montreal, and we would visit a different community. So Jews, Muslims, the Chinese community, and
the Hispanic community.
The Hispanic, okay. So, and part of that day was to see what the religion was about.
What the fuck was that?
It's the cat playing with the stand that she destroyed.
Okay. Alright.
In any case, so we went into a mosque in English, right?
A mosque.
Mosque?
Yeah.
A mosque in French.
Yeah, a mosque.
In any case, you know what I'm talking about. We basically learned about Buddhism. We visited like how do you call like a Jew's church? Is it the church? I don't remember. That's like years ago. But in any case, part of that journey was to visit their place where they would pray and learn about the religion, and we would eat the food and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And it always managed to put me in a state where I was like fascinated by just the culture and the baggage behind all of these like stories and teachings and beliefs, and the fact that it's strong enough to transport an entire community. It's always like, oh, I love this. So yes, when I watch something like this in Vikings, it's always, mm-hmm. reaching me, and I'm always like fascinated by what I see. I'm still shocked because they're still killing people, and then, blood everywhere.
It is not something that we are used to, because we didn't grow up in that culture, so of course it's gonna shock us.
But the fact that they believe in it so much is...
We can still understand the meaning behind it, and be impacted at what it represents, so...
Yeah. But you get what I mean, basically.
But, yeah, that aside, if it were a comedy show, though... Because I did say a joke about it that the crow would fly and be on the only girl who said, I didn't put my name in the bag, you know?
And they wouldn't send her then.
I know.
Like, even though she would have been chosen, that would have been weird because she's supposed to be willing.
No, I know, but yes. Joke aside, it was a really big coincidence, but it was fate, I guess, that
she would be
she
accompanied
was
by her
chosen
dog.
by the
Yeah.
gods, that her name was Gita, and that she
I love
went
that
to Lagertha.
I love that they brought back the name though. Like, it's not like we forgot about her. She's in season 1, but they brought it back in season 6. Like, that's a while ago.
You know what? I think that she might have been the same age of Gita if she was in season 6.
She probably, like, didn't she say that she would have been playing with her or something? Like,
I think
she mentioned something about that, and I will know what she said when I edit the episode, but I was too focused on not crying, so...
I was really amazed though by the woman who said that she was the angel of death.
She looked creepy.
If you knew, technically she represents the goddess of death, like hell. So that was...
I don't know
really
how,
a nice touch.
I know how the sclera contacts and so I know how they did it in the show, but like, how did she end up with eyes like that?
Yeah, weird. Well, how did this seer become like that, you know?
Well, the seer, like, he could just be born like that. It could be a defect.
She could just be born like that.
Because he's born like that, that may be why he became the seer. Like, sometimes that's how they're chosen,
well,
you know?
maybe she was born like that. You don't know.
Well, maybe, but like, what's that called? You know, what's that strange thing? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
In any case, it was a beautiful episode. I love that they brought back. Well, they couldn't have Travis in the episode, I guess, but at least they had like his stone sand sculpture.
Sand sculpture, yeah.
That was enough to just finish me. Like, ugh, god damn it. They did beautifully. Like, they did a good job at. Because sometimes we have, like, in shows, a main character dies and we barely have time to grieve. They just move on to something else. I love when a show recognizes that they just killed an important character, someone that did a lot of changes, someone that meant a lot to the viewers and the characters, and they take the time to send her or him off. And that was beautiful. And
which reminds me, technically in Game of Thrones, we didn't send off Daenerys correctly.
Yeah, but
she just
season 8 is
flew
just...
away.
They didn't have time to do it
They
properly.
did not have time. Yeah, fuck off.
They forgot about the setup, actually. They kind of forgot that funerals are a thing. Yeah. They kind of forgot that she deserved better. But yeah, in any case. So we will move on.
Can we move on?
Yes, probably. We're strong. We're stronger than that. We survived Breaking Bad. We will survive Vikings.
We're survivors in Mountain. We can do it. We can do it. Alright.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching this funeral with us. It was sad.
Yes.
We cried.
I hope we can make you... Like, I got a comment today saying that the episode... Like, I get that. It's actually not the first time I've gotten that, but a comment saying that the episode usually doesn't make you guys cry, but then we make you cry because we cry, so it makes you cry. So I hope we didn't make you cry too much if we made you cry.
Sorry if you cried, guys.
Sorry.
But in any case, if you want to see the next one right away, it's already up on our Patreon, so you can click on the link below if you want to watch it now. And if not, you can wait for the next one to be up on YouTube, which will be next week. So, have a good night and see you in a week, guys.
Bye.